There are films you enjoy and forget. Then there are films you enjoy that quietly find a place in your memory. Have you seen Tom Hanks in the movie titled A Man Called Otto? The acting by Tom Hanks and Mariana Trevino was superb. But what struck me wasn't so much the acting, it wasn't the script, it wasn't even the story. It was who the story was for. These days, it sometimes feels as though every film has to outdo the one before it. The explosions are bigger, the heroes are stronger, the villains are more dangerous, and somehow, the whole world always seems to be hanging by a thread as cities crumble, bridges collapse, skylines disappear beneath clouds of dust, and once again, someone saves the day. It's thrilling, it's spectacular, it's unforgettable, but somewhere along the way, something quietly vanished. The stories about ordinary people, the people who never saved the world but somehow made our own worlds a little better. The people we actually meet each day aren't superheroes, they're neighbors, they're shopkeepers, they're grandparents, they're the man who quietly puts the bins out every Tuesday. They're the woman who remembers your name when you walk into the cafe. Just ordinary people. Most of us live ordinary lives, but ordinary doesn't mean unimportant. In fact, I sometimes think the older we become, the more we realize that life's greatest moments are rarely the dramatic ones. They're the conversations, the kindnesses, the forgiveness we weren't expecting, the laugh that arrived at exactly the right time, the hand that reached out without being asked. Perhaps that's why films like A Man Called Otto resonate so deeply, not because they're about extraordinary people, but because they're about us. It made me realize something about sessions on the green. Without ever planning it, that's quietly become who we are too. We don't seem to write songs about celebrities or billionaires or saving the planet before breakfast. We write about the chair that nobody sits in anymore, the old photograph, the train that left, the friend we should probably have called, the father who never quite knew how much he was loved, the little moments that most of the world walks straight past. Maybe that's why so many people tell us our music reminds them of someone, or somewhere, or a time they'd almost forgotten. We aren't really creating songs. We're creating places where memories can sit for a while. I suspect that's what happens as we grow older. We stop looking for excitement, and we start looking for recognition. Not someone else's story, our own story. Perhaps that's why the stories we treasure most aren't the ones that try to impress us. They're the ones that quietly remind us that a life doesn't have to be extraordinary to be unforgettable.